Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna work on factoring quadratic equations. First of all, quadratic equations means squared equations. And in this example, x squared plus 6x plus 5 equals to 0. X squared is called the quadratic term. So for this one, we should find two numbers that multiply to 5 and add to 6. So we should find two numbers that multiply to 5, which is the last term, and add to 6, which is the number in the middle term. Now we're going to start by opening two brackets and equals that to 0. And we're going to factor the x squared as x times x. We're going to put one of the x's in the first bracket and the other one in the other bracket. Now we're going to find two numbers that multiply to 5, and since 5 is a prime number, so we're going to write 5 times 1. It just has two factors, which are 5 and 1. And also, we need to make sure that 5 plus 1 equals the middle term, which is right. 5 plus 1 equals 6, which is the number in the middle term. Now we're going to solve the first bracket. X plus 1 equals 0. We're going to move the 1 to the other side by doing the opposite operation. Minus 1 here, minus 1 there. X equals negative 1. And this is the first value for x. Now let's solve the other bracket. X plus 5 equals to 0. We're gonna move the 5 to the other side by doing the opposite operation as well. Minus 5 here, minus 5 there. X equals negative 5. And we need to know that this technique works only if the coefficient of x squared is 1. If it's not 1, we're going to use another technique. Now guys, let's take this example, which is 3x squared minus 3 equals 8x. And as you can see guys, here we have a coefficient beside x squared, and it's not 1, it is 3. As you can see, because there's a number beside x squared, so we're going to use another technique. Let's start by moving the 8x to the left side. It will be 3x squared minus 8x minus 3 equals to 0. And we did that to make it easy for factoring. And now we're going to open two brackets and equals that to 0. And we're going to factor the 3x squared and the negative 3. And the difference here is when factoring the last term, the two numbers that we are looking for should be multiplied to negative 3 but not add to negative 8, which is the number in the middle. 3x squared can be factored as 3x times x, and the negative 3, we're going to start by the negative, and it is a result of a positive times negative. We're going to put negative in the first bracket and positive in the other bracket, and 3 can be factored as 1 times 3. Okay, but how can we make sure that the order of the signs and the numbers in the bracket is correct and they're not flipped? We're going to use a technique which is multiplying the terms that are far apart each other, which are the 3x and the 3. 3x times 3 is 9x, and after that we're going to multiply the two terms that are close together. Negative 1 times x is negative x, right? And then after that, we're going to add these two terms together because we need to make sure whether the answer of the addition equals the middle term or not. We're going to start with the 9x minus x, and that equals to 8x. And it's not the answer in the middle term. Here in the middle term of this equation, we have negative 8x, right? We have negative 8x. So we need to change something in the brackets. And here, let's do something. Let's flip the signs, for example. Let's put a positive sign in the first bracket and a negative sign in the other bracket. And we're going to multiply the terms that are far apart each other. 3x times negative 3 is negative 9x. 1 times x is plus x. Negative 9x plus x equals negative 8x. And we got the middle term correctly. We're going to start now by solving the first bracket, which is 3x plus 1 equals to 0. We're going to move the 1 to the other side by doing the opposite operation, negative 1 there. 3x equals negative 1. And then after that, we're going to divide by 3 for both sides. X equals negative 1 over 3. Now we're going to solve the other bracket. X minus 3 equals to 0. We're going to move the negative 3 to the other side by doing plus 3 there. X equals to 3. And we got the other value for x, which is equals to 3. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos. Bye. See you in the next video.